It's a gauntlet in the Gulf. Can the Bayou Bird survive? Let's go.
First took away. That's the best. Get your money's worth now.
Hey man, listen, I appreciate y'all dealing with the weather. You know what I'm saying? We had some unfortunate circumstances with the energy. But look, man, we back. You know what I'm saying? I got the guys here. We got a great show planned for y'all. Let's just get into it, man. I know we're a little behind. It's me, the Uptown Landlord, aka Vappy. If you know who that is, then you know who that is. We got real estate mogul, t-shirt connoisseur. You made it, I trademarked it. We not the same. Cheddar Chaz. What's good, Chaz? The man, he right here announced it. He potted better than you. Gold chain grub in the building. What's good, OG?
What's happening, brothers?
All good, all good. We got I got my man Hammond, America's poster child, soul brother, artist, photographer. You know what I'm saying? Five was good.
Shit, man. Hey, dog, my ring light went out. Like, it's all
your ring and your mic is out. Ring light and mic.
It's all good. We still pod. We go pod through it. Don't trip. We go pod through it. State champion, coach, offensive guru, Justin Jermaine Napoli. What's good, Nap?
What's going on, bro?
It's all good, man. Listen, man. So early this week, we got the schedule. You know what I'm saying? And it's a doozy. It's a doozy. The schedule is tougher than Project Bricks. It's harder than a well done steak. It's like trying to dodge a pothole in Lakeview. It's tough, man. So for anybody who didn't see it or they're not aware of it, what makes the schedule so tough? I'm gonna just break this down and then we go get into some questions I got for y'all. So basically, the schedule is one of the hardest in the league according to the rankings. It's not just opponent strength, but it also has disparities on back-to-backs. And this puts them at a fatigue disadvantage, I would say, throughout the season. It's a road heavy stretch early. It's crazy because they don't have that many nationally televised games, but that kind of led to them having a tougher schedule for whatever reason. So, Grub, let me ask you this. Is the tough schedule narrative an excuse in advance, or is it a real factor on how we should judge the season?
There's no excuse. Everybody got to play 82 games, you know, and in the West, you're going to play essentially the same opponents as everybody else in your division. So there are no excuses. The excuses were gone as soon as Joe Dumars took over. I mean, like, nobody wants to hear anything. Nobody wants to hear about injuries. Nobody wants to hear about personnel issues. Nobody wants to hear about coaching. When you came in, you declared that this was a playoff team, that the goal was to get this team competitive in the West. So there's no excuses. It doesn't matter if they got to play 82 road games. It is what it is. This is what the expectation that Joe Dumars has set. There are no excuses for whatever happens to the New Orleans Pelicans this year.
Okay. That's okay. Okay. So you just to follow up with that, Grub, you believe, let me ask you this question. Do you believe if he understood what the roster was going to be, what the schedule was going to be like, he would have anticipated I guess adding more talent to the roster?
I mean, what you gonna do? You know who the NBA is. Like,
right.
You know you're in the Western Conference. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what did you think the schedule was gonna be? The order may be something that you don't like, but the teams didn't change. They didn't expand. You didn't move conferences. You didn't go from the ACC to the SEC. You're still in the West. So when Joe Dumars took the job, he knew what the deal was. He had the opportunity to set the bar at a different place long before. If he had come in and said, we're not going to make the playoffs this year. I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to reevaluate. I'm going to tear it down, and we're going to start on a new journey. Okay, you've set that bar. But he walked in the door saying, we're going to compete from day one. So anything else, the roster is what you put together. The coach is the coach you kept. The players are the players you wanted. I don't want to hear nothing.
It's tough, man. Hey, we got Willie Green advocate Chaz in the building. Chaz, let me ask you a question. How should Willie Green manage one of the league's toughest early road schedules to avoid a burnout and still find a rhythm?
Well, like my December brother, DMX would say, you scared? You want to go home? I'll take you home if you're scared. To me, none of this matters, honestly. It's like, look, it's ball up top, man. Like, I was looking at, the Clippers roster. I mean, their schedule rather. They got one of the oldest rosters in the league. In November, top of November, November 6th. I'm sorry, November 12th. They start a 7-game road trip.
Whew.
Right? Then they come home. They come home on the 28th and the 29th, and they start another 5-game road trip. So it's like, look, man, you scared, get a dog. Like, I personally, it is what it is, and it's more so about when you play teams. Look at the early, like, get into that schedule. Also, man, make sure y'all DM me y'all email addresses. I'm doing a raffle giveaway before the season starts. So hit me up at @ChatterChat on Twitter and DM me. But your email address. But you look at the top of the Pelicans schedule at Memphis, maybe no Jaren Jackson Jr. Zach Edey's probably going to be out. San Antonio Spurs, Wemby don't put no fear in my heart. Boston, you got Jaylen Brown coming back from meniscus. Of course, no Jason Tatum. Drew Holiday is gone. KP is gone. Al Horford's probably going to be gone. You got Denver, Jokic, whatever. Then you play the Clippers, who you historically played well against. So, and the Pelicans, they don't give back-to-back for a while. You're going to be playing Dallas a couple times without Kyrie. You never know what's going on with Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot of it about perspective of when you're playing teams. And, I ain't tripping. Like, it's going to be.
So let me ask you this follow-up question. Same thing I asked Grub. Is this an idea, or is there an avenue for an excuse here, or we just judging it how we see it?
Nah, I think the excuses are gone just because of the situation with Zion and how his contract is structured. You can still get him out of that situation. Willie Green not having, from what we currently know, not having multiple years left on that contract. I think this was the year that kind of will paint which direction you go in. If shit go bad fast, then you like, well, we can't pull the plug. So now it's time to start selling off things so we can recoup some assets and maybe get back into the draft. We can't just pull the plug on ourselves. We got to recoup some things to get back into next year's draft.
Right.
Well, Chaz,
go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't, because you bring up a good point, Chaz. Because at what point in the season, right? Is it 15, 20 games? Then you're talking about how, what you and Grubb said, like how there's supposed to be playoff aspirations and things of that nature. But then Chaz brought up a really good point. We don't have a first round pick. So if you start off, God forbid, 4-16, and Willie's done it multiple times, by the way, you start off 6-14. Like, when is it time to pull the plug? Then I guess, Chaz, like, when would you hit a panic button to start off the season?
Well, to me, pulling the plug, if you're starting off 6-14 or what have you, and this team is healthy, then that's an indictment on the players. That's not an indictment on Willie Green. Because basically, to me, what all the fear and apprehension is telling me is that I kind of think these players ain't shit. Like, maybe when they're healthy, but you don't trust these players. That's like, I think as a collective with the fan base, I think that's what everyone's saying. That's what the apprehension lies. You ain't really sure about these players. Because if the players who they supposed to be, it don't matter who. It matters less who's coaching, because they're going to be able to overcome. Like, talent is people replace coaches tons of times.
Right.
The talent stays the same. That's why the head coach is the easiest thing to replace. So if they're in a situation where they're healthy and they losing, then that's an indictment on the players and the coaching, of course, but that's a major indictment on the players.
I would say I think it's an indictment on. I think you could get better out of these players with a different coach. I think I believe that. And I think if you get off to a slow start, if I haven't implemented the right offense, if I haven't put a defensive philosophy together, if I don't know what I'm doing with this bench, which is going to be a problem in the early parts of figuring out how you're going to set up these rotations. Like, if Willie Green doesn't come in with a strong understanding of what this team is from day one, you can allow, because remember, you may have talented players. And I think we would all say that this starting five, the bench is a whole different story, but this starting five, player for player, the top four, at least of the starting five, can compete with most starting fives in the league. But the problem is, are you creating the kind of offensive opportunities that these guys need? Or do they believe in what you're selling? If I walk in on day one and I already don't believe in what you're selling, as far as like, from training camp on, if the roles aren't set, if guys don't know who's in charge, then I think you could come in and have a failure from jump. The problem is, we know that in this league, firing coaches in the middle of the season doesn't particularly mean you're going to win anything. So like you said, the ultimate part of how quickly do you decide to abandon Willie in order to save the season? You can't go into December doing that. I think it's that up until you get to that home stretch. I think if you're not satisfied with where this team is when you get into that home stretch of where it's like 15 out of 15 out of 23 games are at home from like mid-November to the end of December. If you get ready to go into that and you are not happy with that team is, I would rather get rid of Willie before that home stretch. If I'm not happy with the team, then have that team get hot during an extended homestand, fool me into thinking that they're better than they are, which we've seen with this franchise before, and end up doing the same thing next year. Let's say they squeak in at 42-40, but you know that they're really not that team again. But because they're 42-40, here you go, and you're doing this all over again. I think if you're Joe Dumars, to me, if it doesn't look good early, go ahead and pull that plug. Because you can't keep doing this every year and getting bad starts out of the same head coach. I mean, to me, that's if every year you're starting slow under the same head coach, then to me, the coach has to be part of that equation.
No doubt. Bob, let me ask you this. With significant, let's say, rest disadvantages, should they lean into load management this season?
No, that's over and done with. I don't want to hear anything about a load manage anything. Load balls anyway. Like let's just move from that. I really want to go back to these questions about like just really Willie Green, right? Y'all brought up December twice. Like, I don't think he even sniffs the cold, right? Like, really? I don't think it gets
how often, when give us a point you think he's out there.
It really is. For me, it's that the end of that homestand. I think it's Memphis, the 26th of November. And if it's shaky, then nah, bro. Like, let's not even
8 out of 9 at home. And that's
see what I'm saying. Like, let's not do this. Let's not have Christmas together. Our families don't need to see each other. They don't need to wonder if we already did Thanksgiving. It didn't work out. Let's just not go to Christmas and do this rendezvous thing over and over again. Let you go off to Detroit and whatever the hell they do in Detroit. But no offense, Grub. That's what I see. I don't foresee a time where I think it's just going to be bad. I think the players are truly checked out on him. And I think Joe Dumars is doing Willie Green a solid by giving him one final chance to prove himself, because he understands that if it goes truly bad, he probably won't be a head coach again in the NBA.
Same question to you that to ask Chaz and Grub. Is this narrative of a tough schedule? Are you giving them any leeway? Is this
who are you trying? Nobody getting leeway for sure.
Gotcha.
Right? I mean, we've already mentioned usually coaches are the ones that get fired first. Right? And
but he ain't got fired yet. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he showed you anything.
You know what's wild about that? And I don't think we're talking about like Willie Green in the context of like we just saw last year. Like we just saw guys like, hey, yo, we've been winning off talent. The time we were winning, that was just because of us. We were just hooping. Like he not getting us ready. The adjustments, the game plan, Brandon, DeJounte, they both said it in their own ways, but they both said it. So if you're going into next season, Trey now is your leader. What if Trey starts to say the same thing? And him and Trey, whatever we've heard per se, I can see where this ends very quickly for Willie Green.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, because
that's crazy.
Historically, I haven't been
super chat.
Known as quite a Willie Green advocate, but I will say, if the players are still checked out, I'm at a point. I think I want my money back, because you eating steak, right? You flying first class, right? You show up to work. I don't give a fuck what's going on. Like you either who you supposed to be or you ain't. Like if I go back to that season, was that the Brandon Toe season where they were number 1 in the West with Zion and Herb had COVID and all kind of shit going on. They number 1 in the West when Zion gets hurt against Philadelphia. Same head coach. You know what I'm saying? Same bad channel. So yeah, of course I don't think Willie Green's going to win any games for you, but I do think the talent. If these guys aren't that like infantile to the point where it's like, man, I just don't know how they're gonna do it with Willie Green at the helm, they gotta show up, man. Cause it's like y'all getting big money. Y'all not rookies no more. Y'all gotta show up. Like people, kind of believe in these guys. Like, we believe in Jordan Poole, we believe in Trey Murphy, we believe in Zion's talent, maybe not so much his stability, but we believe in his talent, Herb Jones, etc. And it's like it's a lot of semi to elite talent on the roster. And if Willie Green alone can neutralize that, to me, man, Willie Green would just have to be so bad. I just remember he is, but he would have to be bad to the point where it's like I'm like Harlem Globetrotters handcuffing you to the bench, literally bad. Like, think about Dennis Allen, because we compare him to the Saints a lot, right? When Dennis Allen was here, or when Cam Jordan, shout out to Cam Jordan, when Cam Jordan was like, man, we have the worst D-line coach in the league. Like, well, Cam, you're not getting double teamed. Just throw the motherfucker out the way. Like, when you can't, you've been looking kind of washed.
I think you oversimplifying though.
No,
because it's not just simply just put somebody out there.
No, but just let me land. What I'm saying is, dude, you're supposed to be this generational, once in a lifetime player. You have an elite ability. You was doing it by yourself several times at several points in the season. If now Brandon's not here, Brandon's no longer a factor. Trey Murphy just got a contract extension. Herb Jones has got a contract extension. Jordan Poole here, he had his money. These are veteran players. Kevon Looney, champion. Herb Jones, the first center, not on the all defensive team, first team. Y'all got accolades. Y'all gonna let Wilbert hold y'all back? Like y'all not gonna get it popping? Because if you do good, Willie Green's gone anyway, probably. So you could take the next step. So it's like, what we think of the talent on this team?
I just want to rebuttal. That's the thing. I think this team could be 500, but it looks bad. Right. And it's gonna look bad because of Willie Green. I'm not one to be like, wins and losses tell me the story about how good or how bad a basketball team is. Right. How does it look? Right? Are they running the same sets night in, night out? Are they making defensive adjustments? Are they that's the thing that'll tell me Willie Green is getting to, and it's not about the emotional, part of the game. Like, it's the tactical part. Right. So I'm with you. Right, they do have to show up, because once you sign that contract, you are now obligated to show up regardless of who, what, when, where, and how. But with that, if your manager a bad manager, there's only so much you can do.
Gonna make it a little more difficult.
I'm using a Ferrari as a tractor trailer and I'm dragging stuff with it. It don't matter that it's a Ferrari anymore. I'm misusing it. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's the part of it is every one of these players has something they have to prove. Zion has something to prove. Trey has something to prove. Herb has something to prove. Jordan Poole has something to prove. Every one of them has something to prove, and they will be judged accordingly. But if you sit in the corner office and you're in charge every day, and we've all been bosses to a different degree. Justin is in charge of us, right? He's the boss of Boot Crew. If any of us keep messing up, and Justin don't do nothing, at some point it's Justin's fault. If I'm sitting up there for my podcast every day and I just sit there for 30 minutes and I don't talk about the Pelicans at all, and he's like, Grub, I put you up there to talk Pelicans. I'm not doing that. At some point it's on Justin to fix it. You know what I'm saying? No matter how talented I think I may be, if he doesn't take control of the situation and get out of me what he's paying me to do, then at some point it's both our faults. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, and he's not doing what he's supposed to do as the manager. And he's the one who's accountable. And everybody, there is no one, whether it's Joe Dumars, Gail Benson, nobody can escape judgment this year, in my mind. There's no one who is not going to be judged at the end of these 82 games.
Go ahead, Five.
No, I was about to say, Grove talking like Jesus is about to return.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lil.
Go ahead. Nah, go ahead. Finish point.
No, I just as it pertains to the players, I do want to just usher this era in as an accountability era, because to me it's like having a plan B. Because if I give them that Willie Green excuse, I can say, well, what do you expect? They got Willie Green. It's like, yeah, that's a factor, but everyone's aware of this factor. Like everyone in that building, all these players are aware of the factor. They've been all together all this time. They've been together through the highs. They've been together through the lows. So at some point, it's kind of like if Zion plays, you got a better than average chance at being good. If Trey Murphy plays as a collective, if everyone plays, you have a better than average chance at being good. If they aren't delivering, then it makes Willie Green more of a factor. Because I believe if you replace Willie Green with Steve Kerr, you replace Willie Green with an array of coaches. Yeah, on some nights they may help you win, but at the same time, man, these dudes, I think they kind of just got to show up. The training wheels got to be off at this point, because we all know the reality. Like they all know the reality of the situation. They may fail to varying degrees, but if Trey, Willie Green ain't stopping Herb from getting all defense. He ain't stopping Trey Murphy from doing his thing. Zion's a one-time All-Star under Willie Green, one-time under Stan Van Gundy. So it's just like ultimately, I think his days are numbered, irregardless, justifiably or not. But I think these dudes got to show up, man. Like it's just getting, they're getting stalled out a little bit.
So Five, to your point, it's crazy because you talk about the look of it, right? I seen the post the other day in quotes, and it was like, Bron don't have no bag. And it's like you seeing him dribble and doing these things. It's like, obviously he the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. It just don't look good. Like it don't have that look about it when you see a Jordan or a Kobe or like these type of moves. It don't look the same. But this not about that. Justin, let me ask you this. Justin, you had a point. I feel like you wanted to say something.
Well, I just have a lot of questions after listening to all of them talk, because like I wanted to talk to Chaz for a second too, is because what if we say we have Willie Green has one year left? What if he wins 47 games? Right? What if he wins? What if he wins 47 games? Would they give him an extension, or do you think no matter what, this is his last year?
I think every front office is gonna want their right to choose their own head coach. I don't necessarily think that Willie, because again, you see winning coaches fired all the time, and to me,
three of them last year.
Yeah, I think a lot of these coaches are a bit more equally yoked than we may realize, because we don't know like the entirety of all of the staffs and what people are actually assigned to do. But it's like, oh man, look at this guy. This guy, he's 6'8", he's bigger than me. I'm just gonna let him punch me in my eye and take my money? No, fuck, I'm gonna fight this motherfucker. So you're the Pelicans, like, go out there and fight. Like, if you're gonna fail, go out there and fail forward. You're gonna let Willie Green just punch you in the eye, go out there and fail forward.
And then Lito, to Jared's point, it's not and I completely agree with him. It's the way you play night in and night out. It should not matter. I know we've gone through this, but like we talk about this all the time. Like, go look at Memphis, go look at the top teams, go look when Murray's out the Nuggets. Like, they play the same way every single night. Ja Morant was out, and Tyus Jones came in and didn't miss a beat. And because Taylor Jenkins played the same way.
Not to stop your wisdom. No, shout out to my dog Grindhouse Grizz. Grizzly fans hate Taylor Jenkins, which is crazy. The worst coach in the world, which is crazy. You see what I'm saying? But Ja plays when Ja plays, or Jerry Jackson Jr. play, they win.
Right.
It's just about won when he wasn't there, and the Warriors won when Steph wasn't on the court. Like, you don't win the same level, but you are consistent in who you are. And as long as you don't have consistency, if Willie. And you can have all the tools in the world, but if you got the wrong person who's the craftsman, you can't build nothing. I can give you all the tools in the world, but you have a hard cap on what you can do if you've got the wrong person using those tools. And that's just the fact of the matter. You can change the players, you can change the coach. The coach is still important because as the chief executive, it is not about their individual genius. Coaches that we talk about, whether it's Pat Riley, whether we talk about Greg Popovich, Steve Kerr, all these, it's not about their individual genius. It's about the consistency that they apply from day to day. Whether Greg Popovich is cycling through assistants, whether Steve Kerr is cycling through assistants, all of these coaches. It's not that Joe Mazzulla is the most gifted tactician in the world, but he's consistent in who he is, and his players know what they can expect out of him every day. Agree or disagree, they know exactly what it is that they're going to get day after day. And I think it doesn't matter over the course of the season because, like Five says, it shows up. If the players are having to overcome constantly the coaching, it will impact the next game. We had to overcome Willie tonight at home and we won by 3. It's going to impact you the next night when you go on the road and you've got to overcome that again. That disadvantage of when are you rotating guys in and out? Who's the combinations you're putting on the floor? What kind of burden are you Are you not giving Zion 36 minutes and you're only playing him 32? Are you missing, like those things, those subtle things of even just listening to your assistants and allowing them to do their jobs? Willie got to grow too. Like, that's the thing. Willie has to grow too. If all the players got to show up in year 5 and year 6, Willie got to show up in year 5, year 6 too, and be the head coach of the team. I'm not asking him to be a tactical genius. I'm not asking him that. But I'm asking that man to not do challenges on the first possession of the game. I'm asking that man not to go into the final minutes and put the wrong people on the floor, not to cool the hot hand off by not letting that dude get a shot for 8 consecutive minutes. Like, those are the things that you have to see, because no matter what, if the players are doing their job and you sideline them by making bad decisions, you're still going to lose.
I mean, go ahead.
No, it just hit me, dog. Grub, you're from Detroit. I've been told that Detroit folks are Mississippi folks in coats. They players. You know what I mean? Y'all some players is what I've been told. Right? Detroit players. That's what I've always been known about Detroit, right? Mm-hmm. And Willie Green is the most non-player I've ever seen in my life.
No swag.
He just tricked off the easiest job in America. He tricked it off. He could have been mid and been glorified. He could have been just mid and they would have never fired him. He would have been one of the longest tenured coaches in NBA history by just getting to the playoffs, making some semblance of a run, having a, some kind of run of 5-6 years, battling, probably get to a conference finals, maybe, but he would have been adored, and he tricked it off. Ain't no pimping that boy. He ain't got it. He ain't him.
I have so many different questions about the whole.
Not a Crown air freshener to be found.
Like, I just want to know, like, damn, bro, like, he tricked it off. Like, he had a swag. Like, what? Like, tell us what he did, what he didn't do. Let's get to the real analysis.
I can't tell you what he didn't. The proof is in the pudding. I mean, you can take her to the water to drink, but if you can't convince her, then what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Are you really him? If you can't do that, it's right there in front of you.
Jared, what's the worst thing about Willie Green's coaching style? What's the one thing that you just absolutely despise? Sorry, Chaz.
Absolutely despise.
His worst attribute, I guess you could say.
I mean, it's easy to say, like, the offensive, like, tactical part, right? But it's like a little bit, it's like the fundamental understanding of, like, your players and what they do well. And I don't think he truly has a knack for, like, saying, this is what we do well, or does he have an understanding of saying, this is what we do well, this is what we don't do well, I'm going to put my players in position because these are their strengths, rather than this is my coaching strength.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say accountability.
Right.
Because the like, you see the way he has coached Trey Murphy, and then you've seen the way he's coached Brandon Ingram and Zion and so on and so forth. And the best teams, you can look at the best coaches, whether it be Belichick or whether it be Saban or, you know, you could say Popovich, they held their best. Like, I think Popovich is one of my favorite quotes from him is like, he made it a point to yell at Tim Duncan and make sure to, you know, hold him accountable, so that if I'm holding the best player accountable, then I'm holding the 15th best player accountable. I don't think Willie Green does a great job of that.
Go ahead, Mito.
No, go ahead, Chad. Go ahead.
No, because I was gonna play a clip, so you go ahead.
If you're scared, go to church, and coincidentally, no, man, I'm not even gonna make that joke. Chaz, play a clip because I got a question for Justin.
All right. So to Justin's point, again, great alley by Justin. I'm all about accountability as well. And at a certain point, the Willie Green making I got more money than Willie Green. So Zion and all you 30 million, 40 million. What the fuck? So
Jordan Hawkins makes more money than Willie Green.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, all right, like, nah. These it's time for these dudes, y'all. These players, y'all getting long in the tooth. Y'all grown men now. It's time to spread your wings and let's hear. Fuck what I'm talking about. Let's hear from the guy.
Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym. Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner. That my game was built on flash and not fire. Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain was my motivation. Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for every single day of my life. Maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
But then how many coaches did Michael Jordan cycle through before he won his first championship? Stan Olbeck, Doug Collins. Doug Collins took him to Eastern Conference semifinals twice, got fired. They bring in Phil. So, like, what do we? I don't understand. What's the point here?
Well, here's the correlation, though, bro. Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan before he was Michael Jordan. We remember the old Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan in the 80s was still Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan never was
there.
I was there. Yeah, but Michael Jordan wasn't no unreliable motherfucker talking about, oh, damn, you know, man, Phil, he coming here praying and shit, and lighting incense. Nobody want to deal with that. It's like, look, man, at a certain point, these dudes, y'all making big bread. You got big endorsements. Zion coincidentally happens to be a Jordan athlete. Man, get off your ass. It's time to show improve, man. Shout out to Trey. You know, Trey, he battled some injuries. It's time to stay healthy, dog. It's time to stay healthy. Herb Jones, you know, he coming back. He do his thing. Herb's a role player.
This is the thing. Those are two different, completely unrelated things. Yes, the players have to show up. That doesn't absolve Willie Green of his job as the head coach.
No, but what I'm saying is, if Willie Green don't know how to use the tools, then they're garden tools, and that's what it boils down to. If Willie Green can't use the tools at this point, then they just motherfucking garden tools, because ain't nowhere in the world Willie Green is that incompetent. Then how was they number one at one time? How would they win 49 games that time? Because the fact
they won 49 games and were the 8th seed, Chaz.
Right.
It's
but here's the thing, though. But here's the thing, though, Grub. They won them bitches. Like, I don't give a fuck the context. They won the motherfuckers. Like, at the end of the day,
eliminate context. Then if we're eliminating context, then why are we even sitting here having a conversation?
No, because the point is the players got to show up and win. Willie Green if Willie Green's here, if he's not here, they got to show up and win. Because if they replace Willie Green and Zion get hurt, then none of this fucking matters. They still gonna have to show up and win. Like, the motherfuckers gotta show up and win. The players have to show up and win. Zion got a rebound. Herb got a rebound. Trey got to play defense. These dudes got to show up and win, because we can't go in the offseason and say, man, if they sign Kevon Looney, he's going to be teaching guys, da-da-da-da. Now none of it matters. Oh, if they draft this guy, he's going to be doing this, da-da-da. Now none of it matters because Willie Green's here. And nothing matters because Willie Green here.
That's no one has said that.
No.
You are making false equivalencies,
bro.
and you do this consistently.
All right.
It
All
makes
right.
me so frustrated.
Look.
I love you, brother, you can't make two separate arguments at the same time and
what
say
I'm saying is,
they're not.
No, bro, what I'm saying is this: if nothing matters because Willie Green, or if things matter less because Willie Green's here, then what's it matter who any of the players are? Because Willie Green's here, so the shit ain't gonna work because Willie Green's here.
You're right.
All right. So look, Justin, you asked what's the most annoying thing about Willie Green? The thing for me is like,
I don't think I said annoying, but
I don't even whatever you said.
What do you not like? I think it was like the most thing that.
Hey, look, nothing is the same. He coaches a different game every game. Like, there's no consistency. But let me ask you this, Justin.
Yeah.
So as it sounds from what we've heard from everybody on the panel, like they're at a significant disadvantage with Willie Green. So fundamentally, like, what can this team lean on going into the season?
Well, it's funny you said that. Like, here's my thing with Willie is he says we're gonna get more 3-pointers up, right? He says we're gonna be a better rebounding team, and then you just never see it. Like, if you're gonna get 3-pointers up, then you gotta make it a point and consistently, not once a week. It's got to be consistent. I got to see that you're actually trying to do that and playing players that complement that play style. Because if you don't want to play like that, then don't play like that. I don't care. Like, play your play style. I'm fine with it. It's don't tell the media and the fan base one thing, and then the next night you're going to play a different way. That's what drives me and Five crazy. It's like, what do you hang your hat on? Are we a hard-nosed defensive team because you have one good defender? Like, that's really that's the reality of the situation. Okay. Like, CJ McCollum was like, he tried, but he wasn't a great defender. Right. I'm just trying to get like, okay, if you're going to be a defensive coach, well, then you better be some fucking dogs. Like, you better you got to bring it every single night, and they just don't do that.
You can't. It sounds like you're saying you expect he leans on defense, so you expect him to coach that up in others. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you raising the bar? Like, if you're gonna be a defensive coach, are you raising everybody's bar? Like, Zion should be a way better defender. That has been a major failure. It's him not consistently putting in the work on the defensive end. I know what he can bring offensively. What's funny is that if Zion were to rebound, defend every single night, this team would be a lot better. They could do a lot more different things. They can play a lot of different play styles, but he does not. This is where it gets at. It's like Trey Murphy won't box out, and he'll fucking yank him out the game. Zion don't box out. All right, bro, you good? Just and like that pisses players off. When you hold one player accountable and you don't hold a star player accountable, that pisses players off. Whether it's 8th grade, high school, college, NBA, overseas, it's going to piss everybody off.
Hey.
Go ahead, Bob.
No, I'm just gonna say I think I understand what Justin's really trying to say. His words don't match his actions.
Thank you.
Never. What he says and what he does are two totally different things.
So just say what you're gonna do. That's all I'm asking.
That's the thing. He thinks like if he says it like aloud, like it's some secret that no one's supposed to know. Like he keeps things like close to the chest. I'm like, wait, you could just say that. Yo, y'all was playing man here, and the objective was to get the ball out of X, Y, and Z's hands and like get them in. Like that's, I'm not asking for you like your secret sauce. I can visually watch that. I would just want you to explain it in a very in-depth way. And again, I'm super new to this. Grubb's been in the game a decade plus, so my first time seeing this behind the scenes, like, nah, dog, dudes ain't who you really think they are. You know what I mean? Like. What they say and what they do.
Let me ask you this: based on what Justin just said about being a defensive coach and not getting guys to compete defensively, what is the point of Willie Green then?
That's my thing.
We've been talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where do you have any advantage? In what area does he give you an advantage? Because otherwise, anybody could have his spot. And if that's the case, then you don't need to be there. Because to me, when you look at the Pelicans, you say, They have no offensive identity. They have no defensive identity. They have no strategic identity. They're not good after timeouts. They're not good at home. They're not good on the road. They're not good against the East. They're not good. Their only win, and then when you look at the 49-win season, the thing you have to look at, you talked about the way the schedule is and about the advantage. They won all the advantage games during that 49-win season. All the games where they had the advantage in rest, they won. And that was a luxury that they had that other teams didn't have. So they only do well when the situation is perfect. That is on the coach too, because you have not set a path of resiliency for your team to compete when conditions are not perfect. They can only do well when everything is going well. And that is not how sports is supposed to work, because everybody's going through some shit.
So, bro,
just to coach teams, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your team goes through some shit during the course of the year that you got to fix as a coach. There's something you got to tweak. And what does he have a pulse on? He doesn't have the pulse of the locker room. He doesn't have the confidence of his players. He doesn't have the confidence of the fans. Who, besides Gail Benson, believes in Willie Green? Like, that's the thing. I don't see, or Jose Alvarado. You know what I'm saying? Like, that Jose will be there to tell you that Willie can do it. But nobody else is going to stand up for that man, because he's not giving you. He's the same as a Vinny Del Negro, or he's the same as a Scott Brooks, but with less success. Because that's the reason Scott Brooks wasn't in Oklahoma City anymore. He had all the talent in the world, right? Nobody said blame the tools with Scott Brooks. You said you've been given the tools. You can't get the Oklahoma City Thunder anywhere. You got to go. And nobody had heard of Scott Brooks since, right? Where is he? Where's Scott Brooks? So, I mean, you don't have any skins on the wall with Willie. You don't have anything that says that indicates that he knows what he's doing to make your team better. Everything that you've gotten is simply because you can look at the circumstances when they've won, why they've won. And it's never because of the coach. It has not been that, like, you've got nothing. It's not to say he's a bad person. Again, I don't have nothing against that man. But when you look at what's going on the court, from year to year, they're a different team every year. The players are largely the same, but they are a different team every year. And like when you talk about the stuff about, like you said, the public things, we're going to get 43s up. You don't ever have to say that in public. Because again, if it's part of what you do, like Five said, if it's part of who you are, I don't have to say these things. They're going to be evident in the way we play. So if you can't communicate, these are my objectives, we're supposed to do these things every night, why am I having to remind my players 4 years in to do the things that I said we were going to do in year one? Why are we still talking about 0.5 with the Pelicans in year 5 when we've never seen it? Not one time. Not one time. So, like, to me, that's just the indictment, is that you've not seen any improvement. You've not seen any development in him. You've not seen his players get better. You've not seen him get better. It's time. It's just.
So, bro, explain this to me like I'm 3 years old. I'm just trying to explain. Everything that we have the data on, everything that he's done, or let's say has not done. We have his players publicly going against the game plan that he has set for them over a period of 5 years. Why is he still here?
You know why
he plays the game. It's politics. Plays the game.
Why he's here, Lito? He's a yes man.
Politics.
Come on, you know why he's here.
Yeah.
I'm just
look. I'll say this because I wanted to talk. Go ahead, Chad. Because I wanted to talk. Well, I want to talk about the coaching and the players thing, because what drives me like crazy is we get off to bad starts usually in the first quarters, and we're a horrific third quarter team, right?
And hit a late team, last 5 minute team.
So so is that all on the coach, or is that more a player? Because like, I can see the third quarter being a coach thing, coming out, making adjustments, right? First quarter, like, you got your game plan. If you can't execute it, eventually that should be on the players. Now, crunch time, definitely coach. But I'm just wondering, why are they? I was just thinking about what Chaz was saying, is like, eventually, like, you got to look at the players too. Like, you got to. And so, like, I'm just.
But I don't think anybody said don't look at the players. But I think this is still a league where the coaching does matter. If like at just establishing the baseline
in late game third quarters, for sure. I agree. Substitution.
I think, it's just a situation where it's like look, he's here. Maybe been born. You got to dance with who brought you. So again, it's like, you either look. It's like, dog. You either cold or you not go. you either gonna rise to the occasion or you just ain't. Like, you know, that's really what it boils down to. You're either gonna let them punch you in your eye and take your money, or you're gonna fight this motherfucker back. So that's to me, again, Willie Green, because I'm not defending Willie Green. To me, can be anyone in this equation. He can be any coach, because I don't know that the next coach is gonna be good. And there's some people who didn't like Stan Van Gundy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he can be anyone in this equation. Giannis runs through coaches. Scott Brooks, for example, Scott Brooks had a Kevin Durant. Scott Brooks had Russell Westbrook. He had James Harden. He had Serge Ibaka. He had real deal motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, that team didn't ultimately win a ring, but, you know, I guess it depends on how you classify success. That team was in the equation. Team was contenders up until the end of Russell Westbrook and the end of Serge Ibaka for different reasons. But yet and still, if you are Zion and, you know, we believe in this guy's talent, if you are Trey Murphy, we believe in this guy's talent, Herb Jones, et cetera, the summit or the apex rather isn't winning a championship. If you can't roll the ball out there and be competent and be in a like real contention for a playoff team, then to me, the players are what's holding this team back now. Because I think another reason why you see a different brand of basketball every year ultimately also is because Zion ain't playing. Like, motherfucker ain't playing. Then Herb ain't really playing. Then I'm not Herb, but Brandon's not really playing. Then when you see the guys together, it's not always the best looking basketball, because I always thought it was a terrible fit personally. But even with Brandon, for example, it's like, look, man, Zion, I seen you lock in and play defense. To Justin's point, I seen you lock in against the Suns, get 5 blocks, 5 steals, do all this shit, fucking rebound. LeBron. You know, you fucking destroying Kevin Durant. You know what the fuck to do. Now, do I need to kick you in the ass every once in a while just to keep you honest and keep, you know?
But maybe that's what makes a great coach right there.
Yeah, knowing what individual players need, right?
Just like we were talking about, like with Derek Queen early on in the summer league.
But I'm also a person where it's like, you ain't exactly earned all this grace neither. Like, again, you ain't some regular motherfucker.
You talking about Zion?
I'm talking about Zion particularly, because to me, if none of this matters without Zion, right? Because now these two motherfuckers attached at the hip, because now it's all on you. And if you ain't who you supposed to be, just say that, dog. Like, it's cool. I'll take you home if you're scared. Like, just say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. You know, that I guess that's just what it is. You know, he's a fucking bum. We need to get rid of this guy if that's the case. Because if you this bad motherfucker, like, you know, people seem to think you are, like you've shown when you're healthy, then we gonna go ahead, we gonna have a successful season, and we're gonna reevaluate after that, like we had in seasons prior when he was healthy. So that's just kind of, look, shout out to Corey. Don't let me out. Yeah, if I gotta let this Trey out the car, go ahead, because I like this. Go on about your business. Zion, you know, Trey Murphy. Shout out to Trey Murphy. Hey, dog, if it ain't gonna work out, I holler at you. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't gonna work out, we're gonna have to holler at y'all, because Willie's gone in my mind. Willie's gone, but I don't give a fuck if he's staying. The players still have to be who they're supposed to be and who I'm paying them to be. Otherwise, we got a bunch of Bradley Bills here. And like now it's a different conversation.
But we can't say that all these guys haven't been in the past. Like Trey Murphy has been ascending, but I would say his ascent has been slowed by Willie Green. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would say,
I think some of that is health also. He had a couple freak injuries.
I mean, you would say, like, for Trey to be a 5-point per game scorer as a rookie and to be where he is now, 21-point per game scorer in year 4, Trey is doing what he's supposed to do. I don't think anybody's going to sit here and say that Trey hasn't worked hard, that Trey hasn't competed every night that he's been on the floor. The only question that we really talk about is, like, we're trying to make this a euphemism for Zion Williamson and say that, you know, if Zion doesn't do what he's supposed to do. But those are two different things too. We know that Zion is that the referendum on Zion is, if he doesn't play this year, they're going to have to trade him. They got to move on, because you can't keep doing this. If he's either not playing up to par or he's injured again, they got to move on from Zion too. But let's say you move on from Zion and they decide to keep Willie. Would you have any more confidence with a better player? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got rid of Zion and you found a different franchise player, would you feel any more confident with Willie Green and that franchise player? I wouldn't, because I think you'd still be in a situation of like the Milwaukee Bucks, where unless you get a MVP type performance, and even when you get top 3 MVP finishes out of Giannis, you still might get the 5th seed in the East. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get MVP level performances, but we've criticized consistently. Doc Rivers has been a coach that has been consistently considered somebody who wastes the talent around him, right?
Yes.
That was the same judgment of Budenholzer, that he was a coach who consistently wasted 60-win teams, whether it was in Atlanta, whether it was in Milwaukee. So it's like, yeah, there are a lot of mediocre coaches, but when you identify that your coach is mediocre, you got to move on from that guy. Like, that's the thing. Once you've identified mediocrity, whether it's in a player or a coach, yeah, you got to move on from that guy. And for 4 years, we've seen other players. Herb got better. Trey got better. So I can't really be upset with any of the players. They've all improved. The only player that has not gotten to what we expect, and that's due to availability, is Zion. So if Zion's available, and Trey's available, and Herb's available, yes, they should be a good team. But there's still a hard ceiling. And the problem is Willie can't give them the things on the back end. That bench is so vital for this team. It ain't just the 5. It's the 7 on the bench. And Willie, that's where the failure would be, because I can't count on those dudes, no matter who they are, to play 40 minutes every night and save me. And I think that inability to manage a roster is such a failure for him.
So
go
Can I
ahead. Say one thing. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. No, you go. Go.
I want to ask Follw a question, because I wanted to ask him, because Grubb just brought up a good point, and I really wanted to get to this point. We was talking about the bench. I wanted to ask Follw, do you have any faith in the Pelicans bench this season?
Faith?
Good question. Just thinking about this today.
Like, all right, when you think about that, right? Like,
I guess what I'm asking, like, you think they could be basically what Grubb just said, like they're gonna have to play important minutes.
I don't know if they'll be truly competent enough, right? They may have some skill, they may have some games where they're decently good, but on a consistent basis, no. I don't think they'll be able to be more athletic than the opposite team. They can't shoot better than the opposite team. They're not more intellectual probably than the opposite team. Look at their coach. Is he helping them become better, get better? Probably not, man. Because usually, look at the ascension of Trey, right? Like, he only got better because guys were injured and he got a chance to play.
Yep.
If you think say the starting unit is fairly healthy, that also thwarts the ability for the young guys to get better because they just need time on court. So if the starting unit is good, the second unit is going to be terrible.
And in that second unit, you got 2 rookies and a guy in Sadiq Bey's coming off a torn ACL. Fears and Queen, I guess. I mean, I hope
think
Fears
and
plays.
Queen are playing,
bro. I hope. I know, like, if we're gonna win, Fears ain't playing. Like, I know that for, like, he's just not gonna play.
He might contribute to winning, but I get your point, though.
I see what you're like. I mean, I like for Fears to play, but once again, Willie, what we talked about, Willie Green's line is on the job, or his job is on the line, so he ain't gonna play to, like, he ain't waiting for an 18-year-old. He's gonna go right to Jose Alvarado. He's gonna go right to Sadiq Bey,
and that's why his job is on the line. That's one of the reasons why.
That's
like, real shit.
You know what? That's so ironic. That's a really good fucking point.
But I think too, though, to me, I think a lot of it is going to be rotation based, right? Because I do think, again, shout to Najee, man. And, he's doing this thing in Dallas. He had a quality year with the Pelicans. But I also think when you look at it, you're going to see, I don't know if Herb's starting or not. I just don't know yet, because they said they wanted to do a 2 big lineup. I don't know what that looks like just yet. So, but let's say he is started for conversation's sake. You're going to see a lot of Jordan Poole running that second unit, kind of like how you saw. The reason the second unit was so good wasn't just because Jose and Najee took these major leaps. Brandon Ingram was the linchpin of that second unit. Like, he was running the second unit. So I think, and you had Trey Murphy coming off the bench. Yep. So I think a lot of it is nuanced, and depending on how the rotations look, because I like Zion Williamson, like, on the court with damn near any 4 players, like in a unit for his offense. Now, Jordan Poole, same thing I know Jordan Poole could do as the focal point of an offense. If he just got to go get buckets for 5-minute stretches or what have you. Yeah, some of the other guys leave a little bit more to be desired, but at the same time, maybe if some of you guys been making all that money, and I mean, you get paid for your risk, don't you? Like, figure it out. You rich. Figure it out. You are rich.
Hold on, Justin. Wait, hold on. Let's take a commercial. Mm-hmm. And then we coming back. We got some more. A little bit more to get to. We got some fan questions. 1 second.
Company Burger is the official burger of Pro Pels Talk and Boot Crew Media. Located at 4600 Ferret Street, Company Burger has been locally owned and operated for 11 years. Grind the meat, bake the buns, make the mayo, get the homemade tots. Company Burger uses Creekstone Farms prime beef to create the best burger in the city with milkshakes to go and a full bar. Company Burger is open every day besides Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Can't make it out? No worries, we have you covered. You can order online right now at thecompanyburger.com or check them out on the Toast or Uber Eats app. Company Burger, the official burger of Boot Crew Media. What I was going to say, though, is what if Jordan Hawkins does have a career year this year? But shout out to Task, new sponsor of the show. So shout out to Taz. Appreciate you.
Shout out to Taz. We won't have to lie to ourselves, Justin. Shout out to Taz.
There's no chance. There's no chance. There's just no chance.
What are you gonna do?
You gave up. You're just totally forgetting about Jordan Hawkins. There's
no
way.
He a shooter who don't shoot. Can't shoot. Like,
but what if he has a career this year?
Let me ask y'all.
35%.
Hey, that's improvement. Lala, I didn't write.
Let me ask y'all this, right? Because to me, it's funny. You talk about Willie Green like earlier, but to me, no pun intended, the bill is due. But for the big money guys, the bill is due. Zion making 39. I ain't counting motherfucking pocket, but it's public knowledge. I wish it wasn't, but Zion making 39.4. Don't forget the 0.4. 39.4 million. That's rounded up to 40. That's just rounded up to 40, right? Let's say they lose. They lose to the Clippers, right? Lose to the Clippers. Say lose 105, 104, right? If Zion come to me and I'm like, well, why'd you lose, huh? Why'd you lose the game, dog? He like, well, man, it's Deep Bay, 0-7, man. What do you want me to do? I'm gonna say, so why you lost the game, Zion? I'm gonna keep asking him, like, why you ain't gonna give me 7 more points? No, like, I'm tired of this. Like, enough is enough with this shit. If you not who I think you are, let me know so I can move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I believe this dude is immensely talented when available, right? Immensely talented when available. I believe Trey Murphy is incredibly talented when he don't get like a freak injury or some shit like that, because damn shame dude was balling. So personally, I believe in these guys' talent so much that I expect great things from these dudes. Like I really do. Like, and especially I know they're gonna be doing the staggered lineup. I don't give a fuck if Jose ain't playing well. I don't give a fuck if Eve Messi ain't take the leap in his second year. You got champions on this roster, contributing champions. You got people making more money than they ever made in their life, like several players, Kevon Looney being one, who I think we were a fan of the signing. You got let me see, number 7 pick, Derek Queen, number 13 pick, a guy you're not expecting Derek Queen to come in and contribute greatly right away, but you traded quite a bit of your future for Derek Queen. You got a guy you drafted 7 that you really like a lot. You got another guy who was on like a max contract caliber player at that time in Jordan Poole, a really serious contributor on that championship team. You got Zion, arguably one of the better players in the league right now. Trey Murphy, young prospect. Herb Jones, one of the best wing defenders in the league right now. You got talent on this team. You got real deal talent on this team. So I think when we get caught up in the shortcomings of the roster, we might be selling some of these guys a little bit short. Now, some of that is probably due to their injury history, but I don't want to sell these guys short. I want all the expectations on them. Griff is gone. The Griff is gone. The cannon fodder is gone.
It's still a badly built team. No Griff. It's
Yeah,
a fully built team.
oh, look,
If everybody plays their best this year, if let's say your scenario plays out, everybody on this roster has a career year, and so does everybody in the West. Let's say everybody in the West plays their absolute best. How good is the Pelicans?
I would have to see.
If everybody in the West at
Because,
their best,
well,
how good are the Pelicans?
Well, I got to see that because I didn't see everyone else's schedule also. Because I think the
No matter what the
Pelicans.
schedule is.
Well,
We
I
ain't talking
think.
about schedule.
So I guess
Well,
Zion
I-
are the best. I
you
guess
said-
Zion are the best.
You didn't say nothing about schedule just
Well-
now. You said talent for talent. People got to perform. Schedule
Right.
regardless. Schedule be damned. That's
Yeah.
what you just said. So let's not
Right.
talk about the schedule. We're talking talent for talent. If
Right.
everybody's at their best, where do you rank the Pelicans?
I rank the Pelicans at 6 through 8. I think the Pelicans are currently as constructed. Well, is the question rhetorical? So I think the Pelicans, as currently constructed, are as good, or I think better. I would say better. Ban's gone. Then the Memphis Grizzlies. I think they're better than the Spurs. I think they're better than the Sacramento Kings. I think they're as good as the Warriors, especially considering the Warriors' age and Jimmy Butler's propensity to not show up during a regular season and injury history.
From top to bottom.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Everybody got to play. It ain't just 5-on-5. It's 12-on-12.
Yeah, but it ain't
Everybody
15
has to
on.
play.
Yeah, but it ain't 15 on 15 because if I'm saying Steph Curry is, I don't care if motherfucking
Let's say
Lester.
top 8. Just go top 8.
Yeah, let's say top 8. Like if
let's just
it's
say top
top 8,
eight.
if it's
I
top
like-
8, yeah.
I have Zion at his peak. I have Zion at his career.
Yeah, I still
they're
like
top
them
16.
against the
They're 6 through
Kings.
9. They're 6 through 9. At their best, they're 6 through 9.
Potentially, I might even bump them up to 5 because again, take into account no Kyrie this year. Well, for a segment of the year, I'm not sure when Kyrie's coming back. Anthony Davis is, he's still one of the best bigs in the game in the history, but he never really playing. So, well, he plays, but he's off injured. I don't know what to expect from the Lakers this year. The Phoenix is rebuilding. I'm not giving everyone else the benefit of the doubt and not giving the Pelicans any benefit of the doubt. I think the Pelicans are just as talented as a lot of these teams. And again, if they ain't that talented, then look, Lito, I'm sure you can appreciate this. Shout out to my partner Terrell. Terrell, he at UNO. Shout out to my dog Terrell. One time I was talking to Terrell about the Life After Death album. I was like, I don't know, bro. It's a great album, kind of. But it is not, I don't like the album like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you don't like Hypnotized? I'm like, yeah. He was like, you don't like Long Kiss Goodnight? Like, yeah. You don't like Somebody Gotta Die? Yeah. You don't like this song? You don't like that song? You don't like The World Is Filled? You don't like this song? I was like, yeah, I like all them songs. Then how's it not a great album? You got all these great songs. Pelicans got a lot of talented players. So motherfuckers got to show up and do their job, regardless of the other circumstances, in my opinion.
Let me ask you this. So you said, hold on, because I got some over-unders I want to get to, but let me ask you this. So you say,
look at the West. Why you asking that?
You say they got basically the roster has a lot of talent, right? Like, give me, where would you rank this team, I guess, talent-wise? Like, if you could
in the NBA?
Yeah.
I think they're currently more talented than Phoenix. I think they're more talented than Sacramento. I think an argument could be made, because I don't know who Cooper Flag is just yet. An argument could be made that they're more talented than Dallas.
You think they're more talented than Los Angeles?
I would make that argument.
Than the Lakers?
Even without. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. I think. Damn, I don't want to do this to LeBron. I don't know what disrespect LeBron.
Hold up. Well, we're talking right now. Like, go ahead.
What did they break? They brought in Ayton. They brought in
Ayton Reeves. I mean, they have Ayton Reeves, Rui, LeBron, Luka.
Damn.
Jackson Hayes.
Dalton Connect, Jackson Hayes.
I can't. As long as I'm not. As long as LeBron living and breathing, I'm not gonna say.
Okay, so just say LeBron and Zion, current day, today.
Yeah.
Next to each other.
Oh no. I think the Lakers have the talent advantage there.
You do?
Look at
because you have Luka over Trey. You have Luke over Trey, but then you're probably taking Poole over Reeves? Or are you taking Reeves over Poole?
I might take Poole over Reeves. Yeah.
Okay. Looney and Ayton.
I'm taking Ayton.
Yeah. Rui
and
Herb.
It depends. I might call that a wash.
Eve or Jackson Hayes.
Then they got another. Well, he ain't play yet though. He a rookie. The dude that they got from what was that, Arkansas? The Lakers made a couple of moves though. He was a second round pick. This guy I'm talking about. I think I might give the Lakers the edge there. And Luka just always owns the Pelicans.
But it's debatable. It's debatable.
Yeah, I think it's debatable.
You're in that vicinity of talent.
Bro, looking at the NBA, right? And as we even get into this, when we get back into the schedule talk, when you look at how the schedule ends, is even more favorable to the Pelicans. Looking at the landscape, let's just sticking with the West. The Spurs aren't more talented than the Pelicans, in my opinion. Shout out to De'Aaron Fox. I don't think De'Aaron Fox is
12. They are 1-12. They are.
I don't think that
if you stop at 5, the Pelicans look better. And I've said top to 5, Pelicans compete with anybody. But once you get past 5, the Pelicans are not as deep as the Spurs.
Yeah, but to me, that's why and again, I'm not disrespecting Wemby whatsoever. But to me, that's where your superstar has to be the great equalizer. And if Zion isn't enough, now these are isolated incidents, but they beat the Clippers several times. And to me, the Clippers had more talent on the floor.
Hold on, Chaz, I got you. Let's do this exercise. I'm gonna just call. So OKC.
No.
Houston.
No.
I think the Lakers. You already said no, right?
It could go either way. I'm gonna say no. No. Justin think it's debatable.
All right. Denver.
I think it's debatable.
I agree.
I think it's debatable.
Talent-wise.
But Jokic being the great
they have
equal.
Benches. Y'all just
I agree,
do benches not count? Do teams not have benches?
Go ahead, Leo. Go.
No. Okay, so we calling.
I got something. Hold on, Lito. Five got something. Five would say something.
I just want to. Are we considering coaches?
No.
This
is straight talent.
Yeah, straight talent.
Okay, I just
this pick up with the wall.
We're talking coaches. I probably got it's totally different.
I was like, dog, am I tripping? Am I kids right here?
Not at all. All right, so we the Clippers.
Oh
no, I'm giving the edge. No,
thought about it.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Minnesota.
Yeah. Yep.
Golden State.
Absolutely. Golden State. I think Kuminga.
Hold on.
Yeah,
how are the Pelicans more talented than Minnesota? How are the Pelicans more talented than Minnesota?
Zion's better than
I think Zion is better than Anthony.
Minnesota's got 2 All-NBA players and a defensive player of the year on the roster. How are they better?
We're talking our top.
Well, you know what? Well, I'll just say this.
Yes,
I think he's at least comparable talent-wise to Anthony Edwards, just based on the matchups.
We're talking fully healthy.
Justin, you can't say that.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. What does he look like fully healthy? That's not real. That's not real.
I'll stand on it. I think Zion's a better player than Anthony Edwards. Fully healthy. Okay.
Hell no.
I mean, it doesn't affect. I understand that. I think when Zion is fully healthy, and I've seen this man carry a shitty Pelicans team.
To where? Fully healthy.
To where?
You've never seen him fully healthy.
You can't tell.
You've never seen him fully healthy.
You said carry.
What did he carry him to?
Injuries are, bro. Okay, I've seen Zion for stretches absolutely dominate.
Look what we talking about, Justin.
Are we fucking forgetting what Zion did with the Lakers? Literally, Zion was going to beat the Lakers by himself.
We forgetting
by himself.
That's
in the no. You remember that game? He was going to win the game.
Yes,
he was going to outdo LeBron James.
Yes,
in the playoffs.
Me and Grub on
national TV.
We saw it.
Yeah.
We talking about.
You're telling me I get that guy?
No. We talking about a play-in game versus a dude who took his team to the Western Conference Finals. That's twice. That's what
we talking about right now. I'm talking about Minnesota. Oh,
Yeah,
Lakers.
Minnesota.
Zion.
Oh, okay.
I said.
I don't think you can say he better than him.
No,
Wait, I think we just talking about like. Well,
We're
I'm
talking
talking
about
about
talent-wise.
what the parameters of the conversation is right
I
now.
said, what? Yeah, I'm sorry. It got to. We're talking roster.
Zion was setting Lito. Zion was like for regular season statistics. Zion was like otherworldly. Like they ain't ever seen it since Shaq.
Hey, yeah,
Like y'all forgetting that.
What is we talk about this? What does those stats truly mean?
It don't mean shit, but it means he's a fuck. It means that it's like never been done in the history of basketball.
You know what?
Like,
You know what also has never been done. You know
What?
what also hasn't never been done, Justin?
One more thing.
Zion playing in a playoff game. Never been done.
I'm gonna say this right because
That's
this
heartbreaking,
is the parameter I'm using. I'm using these teams playing one another. That's how I'm comparing the talent because like over the course of and styles make fights. So I don't know, but every time I've seen Minnesota versus the Pelicans, Zion kind of dominated. Like
Kind of, Chaz.
Like
Kind
two
of
teams.
dominated.
It's like
Dominated.
and I say that because Ant is typically Zion's primary defender, and like they put Daniels on him, they put Ant on him, and look, there's footage of this, and it's like Ant just can't do nothing with him.
I agree.
Not that Zion can do nothing with Ant,
Right.
but it just like
Not
not
Fully locked in.
that Zion can guard Ant. But I'm just
I've seen him
saying
shut
that
down LeBron.
I think it's more of a conversation that because I'm just going off the top of my head. First game after the NBA Cup, Zion go like 10 for 11 or some shit, 36 points, something crazy. Then Ant didn't play this game a couple seasons ago when Zion was hitting the threes, game winner, come from behind victory. Now again, Ant didn't play in that game. Then you had another game in the quote unquote the infamous 49 win season. Zion killing them again. Then you had the game last year when Zion throwing fucking alleys to my son Carlo, and there's Zion's last game of the season last year. You just do cold, right? Like he cold. Motherfucker just don't be playing.
Justin, you familiar with the term ain't no such thing as halfway crooks? Ain't no such thing as halfway basketball players, bro. You motherfuckers play basketball, you on the court or you ain't on the court. Like stay dangerous. I ain't trying to hear all that other shit.
I'm trying to think who on the second unit for Minnesota. Who they got? Kindly. Noah's gone. Nash Reed's back, right? So they got Nash Reed. I don't know if he's starting or not, though.
What's your boy from? Oh my God, what's
Rob Dillingham, who drafted number
Rob,
one last year.
Rob Dillingham.
DiVincenzo, Dante.
Oh, they got Dante. Yeah, they got Dante. Yeah.
White Dante.
Dante.
They got Jaden starts.
Oh,
I
my
think
dog,
Jaden,
Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan still with them?
got Joe Ingles on the bench.
Do they?
No,
Yeah, they had
Joe
brought Matt
Ingles
Ryan
on
in
the
for a
bench.
minute.
Matt
you,
Ryan's
Trey.
not on their roster.
All right,
So,
hold on.
We go back down the list.
So Golden State.
Yes. I think the Pelicans are as talented or more talented than Golden State.
Memphis.
Yes. More talented.
Yeah, I take that.
I don't even know who they traded for Bane. Who they got? KCP? Nah, it's Pelicans.
Hold on, we gotta slow this down for a second because I think we just not looking at rosters. We just saying stuff because they got Jaren Jackson, right? We talking about Jaren Jackson, and so we pairing Jaren Jackson with Trey, right? That's their second.
I would pair him with Herb.
I'm saying.
You mean as far as like rankings?
Where they rank on the roster?
Yeah.
Ja and Zion would be the number one options, right? Triple J would be the 2 versus Trey, right? So I'd say, you comparable there. Okay, but then we start getting into the 3rd, 4th, 5th. I mean, we talk about Ty Jerome, the bench. We talk about Ty Jerome on the bench, Scottie Pippen Jr. on the bench, Jock Londale on the bench. All these dudes that you really liked. Zach Edey on the bench.
Who's that 3rd, 4th, 5th?
Conchar.
I'm just saying, John Conchar, Santi Aldama.
Yeah, but
all
the
those,
Pelicans,
there's a lot of good players.
Pelicans 3rd, 4th, and 5th are better. But I know. But
12.
That's what I'm saying. 1 through 12.
Guys, 12 motherfuckers aren't playing every night.
Even if you're better at 3, 4.
Hold on.
I don't know, though. Because
I just don't think we get to
point.
We get to
You
10,
might
11,
be playing
12
9.
guys.
You might play 9, 10,
like
11
those
players.
dudes. This is
I
not
don't know,
one
man.
game. You play 82. You talking y'all? I'm not talking about
I'll
one
go
game
top
today
8.
at the park.
I'll give you
I'm
top
talking about
8.
Okay.
I
No,
give you 8.
Grub. I got you. Hold on, Grub. Let's hold on. I got you. Let's go top 8. Zion, right? Let's go.
Clears jaw.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna say Looney.
So I'll put
Right.
Zion ahead of Ja. It'd be the best.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
I ain't mad at that. Looney
Versus
Better than
Jaren Jackson.
Oh, you
Right,
comparing Looney to? Oh, you know the starters.
Yeah,
You
he
think
said
Looney
1
started?
through 5.
That's a
Yeah,
fine
lose
matchup for me.
Okay.
5
Yeah.
matchup is either gonna be Londale or Edie against Looney.
Okay.
Well, no, what? Let's just say the straight talent. Go ahead, Lee. My bad. I'm
All
sorry.
right. So Trey.
Versus JJJ.
I guess let's say JJJ.
Yeah, I give Trey that advantage.
I'm gonna say Poole against who is on there?
KCP.
It's Poole.
No contest.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who the Grizzlies third is. Poole.
I don't. Who else? Who you starting from?
Herb? Yeah. Is DeJounte
Look,
available?
it's
Is
starting to sound
DeJounte
like-
available?
Look, it's starting to sound like the life of that album. Life after that album.
You like him?
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
We
Like,
all- I mean, if we're fully healthy, we're forgetting about DeJounte then too.
yeah, and look, shout out to Looney. Shout out to Ron. Say Looney better not start, but he's probably still gonna be in top 8 first big off the bench.
Wait, hold on.
If he
Chaz.
doesn't,
Wait. Who said that?
my dog Ron, he's like he don't think Looney should start. I understand.
Why?
Pretty
Some
sure.
I don't get that.
Some
I think
people like
he
idea
should.
music, but if you look at Looney's grade last year, now every year is different. Grade last year, he graded as one of the best defensive bigs
Bro,
in the
He's
NBA.
he's a good player.
The
He's
best
a good
center on the team.
basketball player.
the best in
Yeah.
the team. Like
People don't. I mean, again, Misi's defense last year was so bad.
Did we
Like,
watch?
you look
Did we
just-
watch Summer League? Did we just not watch Summer League?
I ain't.
Summer League, you know.
But
I
Chaz,
thought
he
that-
couldn't catch the basketball. Like I get it. Like you missed some shots. I get. He couldn't catch the ball. Couldn't catch the ball.
Look, man,
All right.
you go ahead. My bad, Lito.
No. I ain't gonna drag this on because we've been potting an hour. Let's get to some overs. I got some overs.
Smash the like button while we're at it.
Yeah. Give us a like count. I'm sorry, I ain't really get a chance today. It's been
Thank
a
you,
great
gang.
show. Been a great show, y'all. By the way, all right, Justin. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
According to FanDuel, the Pelicans
Shut up.
over under win total this season
Mhm.
is 29.5.
Went down to 29.5.
Man,
29.5. That means that the team is roughly going to be 30-52. What you taking right there?
Yeah, I'm taking the over.
Taking over?
I'm a sick individual. Absolutely taking the over.
What
If they're healthy, if they're semi-healthy, they can win 30 games. Fuck, they were trying to. I guess they weren't trying to lose. They still won 21 last year. They won 21 last year. I can't believe that team won 21.
All right. Take the over then. Take the over on get y'all best together. Chaz, Trey Murphy, the third, averages 20 points a game by mid-season. Over under.
over.
Grub. Derek Queen misses at least 2 months due to his wrist recovery. Over under.
To start the season,
Start the season.
he misses the first 2 months of the season.
Yeah.
Under. I'll say under.
Comes back December.
Yeah, I'll say under 2 months. I think he'll be back.
All right. 5. Jordan Poole leads the team in scoring by January. Over under.
That's interesting though.
That's
That
a
is
very good question,
a
Lito.
really good question. I say over. I say under.
Okay.
I ain't mad at it. That's
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question, Lito.
Appreciate you. Grub, right back to you. Over under the Pelicans getting 7 wins in their first 20 games.
I'll give him over 7 in the first 20. I'll give him over 7 in the first 20, but I'm not going super over. Because I don't think, honestly, I don't think they're going to be favored in more than 4 of the first 15. Just looking at the schedule,
Lito, by the
I
way,
think they win more than 7 out of the first 20.
but Lito, question you if y'all saying under and they are 7-13, is Willie Green still a head coach?
can't see that. If they're 7-13 after 20, I can't see Willie being the head coach. Because the thing for me is like you can't be going into the no matter what the schedule. We how many times we do this? We're like, oh, the schedule's got Pelicans got the easiest schedule after the break, or the Pelicans have the third easiest schedule after the break, and it'll never be that easy. They get hot at the last part. They've done that. They've coasted in, a couple of times with those last 10 to 12 games and fought their way into it. But I don't know if you can do that this year with as deep as the West is, and I think it's going to be real hard to get that kind of if you don't get enough wins early. Like if you have to really overcome something early, if you're hanging around 500. He said, if you're like just under 500, you could survive that. But if you're 6 games under 500 after 20 games or something like that, you can't beat that. You're not coming back in the West over that.
So speaking over and under, why don't y'all get us over 100 likes right now and just
come on,
smash
man.
That's nice.
Speaking of Coach Knapp, since you're right, stay right there for a second, bro. You match this over under Queens and Fears averaging over 10 minutes a game
combined.
No.
Individually. Over for Queen, under for Fears, and that's gonna suck. Under for Fears early on. Obviously, if they are horrific, those numbers will go up. But if Willie Green's the head coach, over for Queen, under for Fears. Man, I think you're gonna see a lot of DMPs for Fears, unfortunately.
All right, man.
But if they're gonna do that, sorry, Lito, if they're gonna do that, just fucking send them to Birmingham. Just send them to Birmingham. If you're gonna give them DMPs, send them to Birmingham.
Yep, let them start in Birmingham and run.
I don't want to hear no damn excuses.
They're not gonna do that.
All right, thanks.
Last one, and we go get some chat. Chaz, this one for you, bro. Over under 25 minutes a game for Misi.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say, damn, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I'm gonna say over. I'm give him a break. I'm gonna say over.
Okay,
that's a tough one though.
That was a good one.
All right, man. Let's get to these questions, man. Unless y'all got anything else before we get to the.
Great job, Leo.
I'm gonna just one quick thing before we do it. I'm gonna just say this: go back to the 21-22 season when the Pelicans had that big rookie class with Trey and Herb and Jose, just for the minutes. Trey played 14 minutes a night that year. Jose played 15 minutes a night as a rookie. And of course, Herb, because he started, played 30 minutes a night as a rookie. Najee played 13 minutes a night as a rookie. So
crazy.
We'll see.
Jose averaged more minutes as a rookie than Trey Murphy.
The lottery pick.
Yes, he did.
That is
yes, he did.
Fucking insane. Shout out to Jose, but
that's why he should be fired.
Jose also averaged more shots than Trey. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, they got a comment in here that we're gonna get to. I hope I can get a chance to get to it. But anyways, all right. Shout out to Michael Morgan, man. Mike always in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, Mike. Mike said, "What's good, fellas?" Appreciate you, Mike.
I got you. Yeah,
you got me. All right, cool.
No. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, ain't reading that one. Shout out to Cajun Curveball though. Shout out to Zeke, man. Shout out to Zeke, man. You got a freaking fight, Bill E. Green. Carl, shout out to Carl, bro. Willie Green is a soldier from Platoon. He has no clue what to do at this point. Never did, never will.
Carl.
All right. There you go.
Shout out to Jonathan. Jonathan says 20-25 games in and Willie is toast. Burnt toast or what kind of toast?
I think this is the question here.
Shaqzilla, how many games before they fire Willie Green? Go ahead, Fa.
Man, we went through this exercise last year, though. I'm tired of being wrong.
I say, bro, I'm gonna tell you this, and I respect what Grub said about that 7-20 star, that 7-13 star. I don't know what can fire Willie Green anymore. Like I don't know if that man Teflon.
Hey man, you ever had that conversation with your partner about leaving the girl alone, and y'all have gone through the process multiple times.
Yeah,
and he's still just hey bro, I'm not saying nothing no more. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. Don't ask me. Don't tell me. Listen, I'll just be there when the shoe really drops.
Shout out to Brandon Franklin. He says any improvement by Willie Green will make a huge difference for this team. He has been the biggest problem. Brandon, guess what, buddy? That's not gonna happen. He is the best defender on the team.
I think Zion been the biggest problem for the team.
Oh no, for sure. He's the first, literally the first biggest.
Yeah, he got to stay on the court.
This whole shit is his fault. But Bill is 1B.
Stay on the court, Zion, brother.
Bill is 1B.
Shout out
for real.
Man. Is there any chance we have 2 All-Stars this season? Depends on. I mean, I'm gonna let y'all answer
Record.
That. Yeah,
it's the record.
That. Yep.
Yeah, you got 3 players who could be potential All-Stars, but you got to win. And like Zion could get the votes if he's healthy, he could be voted in. For Trey or for Jordan, I think those because Herb ain't gonna be no All-Star. You don't get no All-Star bids for playing great defense. There ain't gonna be nobody on the bench. There's nobody else. It's 3 guys. Jordan might do it if he's scoring a bunch of points. Trey could do it if he scored a bunch of points. Zion could get voted in if they're winning. But yeah, there's a chance. But there's also a chance that Willie Green could win Coach of the Year too. There's a chance. Don't mean it's gonna happen. I mean, the Pelicans ain't had 2 All-Stars in the same game since it was since they were supposed to get AD and Boogie was supposed to make it. And them dudes was putting up historic numbers to get in that before Boogie got hurt. So there's a chance, but it's a slim one.
So y'all think there's potential 3 All-Stars on the roster with Poole, Murphy, and Zion?
I think 3 is the worst stretch that I've ever. 2, I feel comfortable saying. 3, not a chance.
So it goes back to what. So there's like this whole thing, right? Where I don't want to drag this on too long, but like people are like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. We have 2 nationally televised games." Yes, it does, because it matters to like those players getting exposure to get to All-Star games. So like the people that are like, "Oh no, it doesn't matter." Like, yeah, like it doesn't matter. It's only 2 national TV games and all this other stuff. Like, no, that's a bad thing. Like you want your product to be on a national stage at all times. Like no NBC games. No, I don't even know what our 2 nationally televised games are. Do y'all know?
I think
off the top of your head.
If I'm not mistaken, I think one's Memphis,
one of them is against Memphis, I think.
Is it? Do we have any?
I think
at
Memphis'
home?
first home game. I think it's Memphis' home opener.
Do we have a home nationally televised game?
Let me see.
Yo, what's the Australian one?
Against Memphis. Our game is against Memphis, and we have a home game against San Antonio. That's national. Well, it's on Peacock, so not really national.
Oh, so we're
it's
on
Peacock NBC, right? So
we're on NBC one time.
Well, man, I'm gonna say this too. Like when the Pelicans, when their game got flexed to like NBA TV game 4 OKC. If you're good, they'll flex you. Look, you want to be on national TV? You want to roll with the big dogs? Be good.
Some games.
All you gotta do is
some
be
games.
good.
They'll flex you. Because ultimately, if the whole thing about the TV thing to me is TV is about programming, right?
Yep.
So you expect if you program a sitcom, I know my star is there. I can't count that Zion is going to make an appearance as of yet. So I can't schedule him for my TV show if I don't know he's going to be there. This is live TV. It's not pre-recorded. So I got to make sure that dude is there. If he shows up for 45 games, then they'll be like, oh, it looks like he's going to be here. Let's schedule him for a couple of appearances, and you load up in the back part of the season and be able to get those appearances. I had to check myself. Yes, I had to catch myself. But yeah, I think they have the opportunity, I think, in the last month of the season, a month and a half, to get a bunch of those post All-Star break appearances if they're winning. I mean, because Zion, ultimately, we all know if he's dunking on people, if he's going to, he and Trey have highlight real games. They can be guys who are featured on ESPN, NBA TV on a nightly basis, putting up highlights. If you start doing that in what is becoming increasingly a highlight culture for the NBA, I think those are 2 guys that eventually, if they're looking for ratings, those are 2 guys who can get you ratings if your team is winning.
Man, appreciate you, 504 boy. Appreciate
you, 504. Thank you, bro.
Go a couple more here, Lito.
Wahab, good. I talked to Wahab the other day. Shout out to
Wahab. Shout out to Wahab.
Devin, I wish I could answer that question for you again, brother. Like Five said, I'm tired of being wrong. I tell you this, thoughts and prayers are in the direction of him not having it. I've never prayed for anybody not to have a job, but you know what I'm saying? Like for the betterment of my mental well-being, I think so.
I think so as well. I think regardless of what happens, honestly, I think even with Like Monty Williams, no one's going to think of Monty to be a great coach, but took a team to the finals because the real players showed up. Like, dudes got to show up. And I think once they saw, all right, we got far enough. Now we need someone to take us to the next level. Mark Jackson, all right, we showed up. Now we need someone to take us to the next level. Biggerstaff.
Got a prayer with Steph ankle.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Show it up. Now we need to take us to the next level. And that's how it goes.
Go ahead, Justin.
No, Leo ended on Trey's comment.
Shout out to Trey, man, my dog.
Make sure you smash the like button.
Trey says, is there a realistic move the Pelicans can make before the season that will elevate them into a comfortable top 6 seed in the West, or are they essentially locked into the play-in? I want to hear what y'all got to say about that.
Something out. Oh, sign Dwight Howard. Sign Dwight Howard. Dwight is cheap. He's available. You add that to the front court rotation, you can get him for $3 million. I guarantee you could call Dwight and get it for $3 million. You absolutely upgrade that front court for all the cheap, and you get an extreme addition in the defensively.
I think shout out to my dog Alvin. I think Sabonis. I don't think Sabonis is totally out the realm of possibility. I think, in fact, if you see the Pelicans looking pretty good around the deadline, I think Sabonis phone call
before
away.
The season. It's before the season though. That's what.
No, I know. I'm just adding that caveat as well. But to me, it's still Sabonis because a lot of shout out to the Kings. People cover the Kings. They think Sabonis has one of the worst contracts in the NBA. And that he's almost immovable. So I think a guy like Sabonis would be a very interesting addition. That would propel you.
5. How you feel about Mr. Chime Time reading food in New Orleans?
Yeah, bump all that. I enjoyed what he thought about Lafayette, though. I'm gonna let y'all talk about that, but what he said about Lafayette is valid, super valid.
That's really good.
Can I ask y'all opinion on this? Is one last thing, right? Looking at the end of the season, because to me this is extremely interesting. The Pelicans' last 4 games, are Orlando at home, who should be firmly in the playoffs by then. Utah, who should be season's over. Season probably ended in October, actually. But season's officially over for them. Boston, who probably are firmly in the playoffs by then, and Minnesota, who absolutely should be firmly in the playoffs by then. And those are 2 games on the road. None of these games are back-to-back. To me, I see 4-0 for the Pelicans to end the season.
What does it matter, though, if you got 35 wins?
But see, that's the thing, because in my opinion, if they had 35 wins, I mean, they would probably be winning to give the other team the worst pick possible. Otherwise, they probably just go 0-4. But I'm saying in the realistically, if because they should be pursuing a playoff spot or play-in spot at that point, trying to stack wins. And you got teams like Minnesota. Now, Minnesota could still be playing. Teams, they want to play for matchups, but they also could be losing for matchups. We've seen that as well. So I see 4-0 at the end of the season with those games. What are you guys seeing?
So what's the win total overall? To me, it's even if you win the last 4 games, what's the win total overall? Because I think this is no matter what, this is between a 36 and 43 win team. I don't see no higher, no lower if they're healthy, relatively healthy. Even if you win the last 4 games, I think you're still in the play-in. And if you're in the play-in, the best you're gonna be is 7 or 8. So
that's what that's what he's saying is if you go 4-0 to get into the play-in,
no, I'm not even necessarily saying they're playing. I'm saying the Pelicans they're in a race, right? Because they're in a race.
What?
Bro, can I get I'm communicating it now. They're in a race. They're trying to stack as many wins as possible. That's the context. There's no tongue-in-cheek here. They're trying to stack as many wins as possible.
How many do they have going into the last 4?
Bro, let's say they got 44. Right? They got 44. So they trying to get to 48. They trying to secure a non-playoff spot or even a play-in spot. They trying to win. I see 4 victories here. Do you guys think the context would be different? Because thinking about it, Utah gonna tank because OKC owns their pick. Boston, they don't appear to be looking too tank because they keeping Jaylen Brown. They supposedly bring Anthony Simons off the big bench. They keeping Peyton Pritchard. They actually improved their roster quite a bit. And they got hopes that Tatum is coming back. It's going to be interesting to see. Orlando, great team. We know Minnesota's a very good team, but we also know that Minnesota should be firmly in the playoffs as well. Or maybe Minnesota's punching with the Pelicans. But what do you guys think with that last 4 games? I think it's very
the only one you worry about is Minnesota. Because the 2 years ago? Remember I think we had to go to Minnesota. We had to win a game. That's when I think Gobert and someone else got in a fight on the sideline. We were up 20.
Oh yeah. After CJ went for that.
That was I think we either go if we win that game. I think we're either in the playoffs or we.
Kyle Anderson, I remember that.
Yeah,
it was Kyle Anderson and Gobert.
Yeah,
so we lost that game. That was the last game of the year, right?
Who was it that broke their hand? They punched something. Was it McDaniels punched something, broke his hand? They did something weird
on the wall.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, and we lost that game. That was the last game of the year. So that's the only one that really worries me. Because here's the thing, Chaz. Minnesota's going to be fighting. I don't think Minnesota's going to be firmly into a playoff spot. I think they're 5 through 8, right?
what
5.
You really think so?
Yeah, because the funny part is over the last couple of years, if you look at the seeds from 5 through 9, do y'all remember it's a game or 2 game separation? In the West, right? So 1 or 2 games can get you from 8 to 6, and obviously that's a huge advantage with the play and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think Minnesota's playing for playoff life at the end of the year, play in life. I really do.
Hey, listen. Let me ask y'all this before we get out of here. Last one. This is my last over under. Herb Jones plays fewer than 60 games this year. Over under.
Fewer than 60. So the over would be that he plays more than 60?
Yeah.
Yeah, Herb Jones plays 60 games over.
I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take the under.
Oh.
I'll take the under. Might be 58. I'm gonna
go over.
Over. What you got, Grub?
Damn. Well, I don't know.
I'll say over. I think Herb plays over.
Is he healthy to start the season?
That's a question.
I think so.
That's a good
I think
question.
Herb is healthy starts season.
If he's healthy, if he plays game 1, it's over. If he doesn't, I say it's under.
Grub, is DeJounte playing game 1? Is he?
No.
Okay.
Ain't no way.
Earliest DeJounte gets on the court is late December. If he's Superman and he gets back, is at earliest. It's
but
late
he's
December.
working his way back.
He shouldn't play until February. That's out.
He shouldn't.
Dog.
Shout out to him though, man. Putting that work in.
I will say that
the last 4 games over the last 4 seasons.
Herb trained DeJounte have busted their ass to get back on the court. So shout out to them.
Shout out to the professionals, man. Shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, comment. You know what I'm saying? An hour, 37 minutes. Got 171 people in here. I don't know what the like count is, but it was a great show. Great show, guys. Appreciate y'all too. You know what I'm saying? We'll see y'all Wednesday.
One more thing, Lito, my bad.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure y'all DM me y'all email address for the giveaway, man. At Cheddar Chaz on Twitter. You can DM me on Instagram too. Make sure y'all DM me for the giveaway before the season. Send me y'all email address.
And post up tomorrow.
Post up.
Appreciate it, guys. Later.
All right, y'all.